Does love of country triumph over love of life? This question repeatedly emerges in the piece I shall be reading for you today. Joseph Heller's Catch-22 is a satirical condemnation of humanity's glorification of war. Heller's key sentence is this: men went mad and were awarded with medals. In this extract, a young soldier by the name of Clevenger is called in for questioning by his superiors on a number of obscure allegations. The higher their rank, the more authority they possess, the less rational their judgments. I first read Catch-22 last summer, and it remains to be one of the only books that has actually made me laugh out loud. You may also find much to laugh about in this extract through the escalating absurdity of Clevenger's situation, but it ultimately ends on a more somber note that fully illustrates Heller's vision of the madness of war. Joseph Heller's Catch-22. There were 3 members of the action board: the bloated colonel with the big fat moustache, Lieutenant Scheisskopf, and Major Metcalf, who was trying to develop a steely gaze. As a member of the action board, Lieutenant Scheisskopf was one of the judges who would weigh the merits of the case against Clevenger as presented by the prosecutor. Lieutenant Scheisskopf was also the prosecutor. Clevenger had an officer defending him. The officer defending him was Lieutenant Scheisskopf. It was all very confusing to Clevenger, who began vibrating in terror as the colonel surged to his feet like a gigantic belch and threatened to rip his stinking, cowardly body apart, limb from limb. One day, he had stumbled while marching to class. The next day, he was formally charged with breaking ranks while in formation, felonious assault, indiscriminate behavior, mockery, high treason, provoking, being a smart guy, listening to classical music, and so on. In short, they threw the book at him, and there he was, standing in dread before the bloated colonel. "What did you mean," he inquired slowly, "when you said we couldn't punish you?" "When, sir?" "I'm asking the questions. You're answering them." "Yes, sir. Did you think we brought you here to ask questions and for me to answer them?" "No, sir. What did we bring you here for?" "To answer questions." "You're goddamn right," roared the colonel. "Now suppose you start answering some before I break your goddamn head. Just what the hell did you mean, you bastard, when you said we couldn't punish you?" I really don't think I've made that statement, sir." "Will you speak up, please? I couldn't hear you." "Yes, sir. Will you speak up, please? He couldn't hear you." "Yes, sir. Metcalf, sir, didn't I tell you to keep your stupid mouth shut?" "Yes, sir." "Then keep your stupid mouth shut when I tell you to keep your stupid mouth shut. Do you understand? Will you speak up, please? I couldn't hear you." "Yes, sir. Metcalf, is that your foot I'm stepping on?" "No, sir. It must be Lieutenant Scheisskopf's foot." "It isn't my foot," said Lieutenant Scheisskopf. "Then maybe it is my foot after all," said Major Metcalf. "Move it!" "Yes, sir. You'll have to move your foot first, Colonel. It's on top of mine." "Are you telling me to move my foot?" "No, sir." "Oh, no, sir. Then move your foot and keep your stupid mouth shut. Will you speak up, please? I still couldn't hear you." "Yes, sir. I said that I didn't say that you couldn't punish me." "That's much better, Mr. Clevenger, even though it is a bare-faced lie. Last night in the latrine, didn't you whisper that we couldn't punish you to that other dirty son of a bitch we don't like?" What's his name? Yossarian, sir, Lieutenant Shaskov said. Yes, Yossarian. That's right, Yossarian. Yossarian? Is that his name? Yossarian? What the hell kind of name is Yossarian? Lieutenant Shaskov had the facts at his fingertips. It's Yossarian's name, sir. Yes, I suppose it is. Didn't you whisper to Yossarian that we couldn't punish you? Oh, no, sir. I whispered to him that you couldn't find me guilty. I may be stupid, interrupted the colonel, but the distinction escapes me. I guess I am pretty stupid, because the distinction escapes me. Now, where were we? Read me back the last line. Read me back the last line. Red-legged corporal. Take shorthand. Not my last line, student. Somebody else's. Read me back the last line. That's my last line again, shrieked the colonel, turning purple with anger. Oh, no, sir, corrected the corporal. That's my last line. I read to you just a moment ago. Don't you remember, sir? It was only a moment ago. Oh, my God. Read me back. His last line, stupid. Say, what the hell's your name, anyway? Popinjay, sir. Well, you're next, Popinjay. As soon as his trial ends, yours begins. Get it? Yes, sir. But what will I be charged with? What the hell difference does that make? Is your father a millionaire or a member of the Senate? No, sir. Then you're up shit creek, Popinjay. Without a paddle. He's not a general or a high-ranking member of the administration, is he? No, sir. That's good. What does your father do? He's dead, sir. That's very good. You really are up the creek, Popinjay. Is Popinjay really your name? Just what the hell kind of name is Popinjay anyway? I don't like it. It's Popinjay's name, sir. Lieutenant Shaskov explained. Well, I don't like it, Popinjay, and I just can't wait to rip your stinking, cowardly body apart, limb from limb. Cadet Clevenger, will you please repeat what the hell it was you did or didn't whisper to Yossarian late last night in the latrine? Yes, sir. I said that you couldn't find me guilty of justice, sir. Justice? The colonel was astounded. What is justice? Justice, sir? That's not what justice is. The colonel jeered and began pounding the table with his big, fat hand. That's what Karl Marx is. I'll tell you what justice is. Justice is a knee in the gut from the floor on the chin at night, sneaking with a knife brought up down on the magazine of a battleship, sandbagged, underhanded in the dark, without a word of warning, garroting. That's what justice is, when we've all got to be tough enough and rough enough to fight Billy Patrol from the hip. Get it? No, sir. Don't sir me. Yes, sir. And say sir when you don't. Ordered Major Redcliffe. It was all very confusing to Clevenger. There were many strange things taking place, but the strangest of all to Clevenger was the hatred. The brutal, uncloaked, inexorable hatred of the members of the Action Board, glazing their unforgiving expressions with a hard, vindictive surface. Clevenger was stunned to discover it. They would have lynched him if they could. There were 3 grown men, and he was a boy, and they hated him and wished him dead. These 3 men who hated him spoke his language and wore his uniform, but he saw their loveless faces set immutably into cramped, mean lines of hostility, and understood instantly that nowhere in the world, not in all the fascist tanks or planes or submarines, not in the bunkers behind the machine guns or mortars, or behind the blowing flamethrowers, not even among all the expert gunners of the crack Hermann Goering anti-aircraft vision, or among the grisly connoisseurs in all the beer halls in Munich and everywhere else, were there men who hated him.